Will the Social Security Administration accept the opinion of my psychologist in my Social Security disability claim? Now, the Social Security Administration is only going to accept the opinions from certain medical providers that are defined as acceptable medical sources. So, for example, the Social Security Administration will accept the opinions of physicians, osteopaths, podiatrists, and optometrists, but they're not going to accept the opinions of chiropractors, physical therapists, occupational therapists, acupuncturists, herbalists, naturopaths. They just won't accept those opinions. But what about the opinions of a psychologist? Now, psychologists, including school psychologists, are considered to be acceptable medical sources. You're required to provide to the Social Security Administration information regarding the nature of any psychological treatment that you're getting, including psychologists, licensed mental health counselors, social workers. Now, for example, you may have like a back condition that caused you to become depressed. Obviously, what's going to be relevant is the medical treatment you've received for your back condition, but if you have received medical treatment, psychological treatment for your depression, they also want to know about that, because the Social Security Administration is going to look at each medical condition to determine whether or not you're disabled solely as a result of that condition, i.e. the back condition or the depression. But they're going to look at your medical conditions in combination to see whether or not the totality of your medical conditions meet or equal a listing, or establish that you have restrictions and limitations that would prevent you from doing your past work or other work in the national economy. Now, if your psychologist or your mental health counselor has done any testing, I think it's very, very important that not only their chart notes, but the results of the testing be included in your record, and that disclosed to the Social Security Administration. Now, you might be saying, but my psychological records are private. I get that. I get that you regard your psychological records as private, and there are things that you just don't want people to know about. However, I will tell you again that that might be acceptable if you're only claiming a physical impairment and not claiming you're disabled as a result of a psychiatric impairment. But if you're claiming that you are impaired as a result of both a physical and a psychiatric condition, I do think you have a duty to disclose that information under the Social Security's all evidence rule. Now, if those records are not relevant and related to your claim, I get why you may not want to submit those. But I think you should notify the Social Security Administration about them and your objection to disclosing that information. The failure to do so can jeopardize your entitlement to Social Security disability benefits. If you have any questions about your rights to benefits, or if your claim has been denied, call me today at 727-894-3188. Remember, you'll only have 60 days in which to file an appeal of a denied Social Security claim. Don't blow it. Don't have to start over. Call us today, 727-894-3188.